Okay, so only on Earth can you spot angel number 777 on a license plate in traffic. Take it as a direct sign from the heavens above. Then get the cops called on you for radiating too much positivity in public. Then, feel a strange thrill from dodging a gossip trap at work. And still end the day questioning yourself like, maybe it's just me. All because you spoke one uncomfortable truth that shook your social circle. All in just 12 hours. Ain't that a glitch? You're riding this weird emotional wave of highs and lows, only to be left with one question that most folks are too scared to ask out loud. What the fuck is this place? Seriously, why does life feel so heavy some days and strangely magical on others? Why do some people seem to float through life like it's a dance, while others drag their feet like they're serving a sentence? Is life meant to teach us? To trap us? To test us? Or is it something else entirely? Let's unpack it, because depending on where you are on the path, Earth can feel like very different things. And that alone is a clue. So is life a school? This is the lens many begin with, Earth as a school. Here, every experience is a lesson. Pain becomes a teacher. Loss becomes a classroom. And contrast is the curriculum. In this version of reality, you're here to learn how to love, how to let go, how to forgive, how to discern. Even the people who hurt you are assigned roles. You hear things like, everything happens for a reason. You chose this life to evolve. And in many ways, that's true. But the school framework has a shadow, because what happens when the lessons start to repeat? When suffering feels never ending, when there's no graduation in sight? That's when the walls close in, and life starts to feel like something else entirely. How about life as a prison? You wake up, you go to work, you pay to exist. You follow rules you never agreed to. You watch the world get more artificial, more inverted, more hollow. And deep inside a voice whispers, this isn't right. This is when Earth stops looking like a school and starts looking like jail. You start to see the bars, the control systems, the propaganda, the surveillance, the energetic traps. You question who really runs this place, who benefits from your suffering, why it feels like your thoughts are being monitored, your path manipulated, your energy harvested. The illusion shatters, but so does your sense of safety. In this phase, you feel the cage, you feel the grid, and it hurts like hell. You might isolate, you might rage, you might even lose hope. But if you keep going, if you keep searching, you stumble into something else. Or what if life is a game? Somewhere in the chaos, you start remembering that time isn't what you thought, that energy responds to intention, that thoughts shape reality, and most importantly, that you are not a victim here. This is when Earth begins to feel like a game, a strange, wild, high-stakes simulation, where you were given amnesia on purpose, where the mission is to wake up inside the illusion. The traps become boss levels, the synchronicities become breadcrumbs, the setbacks become codes to crack. And your power, your voice, your intuition, your presence becomes your controller. In this view, life is a simulation with purpose, with testing, with code you can master. But you have to participate. You can no longer sleepwalk. You must choose. And even then, something deeper is revealed. Because after the game theory wears off, after you've glitched the matrix, exited the loops, learned the rules, and broke them all, you realize Earth has always been a mirror. Every challenge mirrored your internal fears. Every attack reflected your unhealed wounds. Every blessing mirrored your alignment. There were no coincidences, no accidents, no meaningless interactions. Everything bent back to you. Even the prison was a mirror. Even the school reflected your desire to grow. Even the game was responding to your own inner code. And now you see clearly. Life has always been showing you. So what is Earth really? A school, a prison, a game, a mirror? The answer depends on where you are on your path. For some, Earth is still the battlefield. For others, it's the classroom. For a few, it's the escape room. But for those who remember, it becomes the mirror temple, a place to refine, to reflect, to master form while never forgetting the formless. So if it feels confusing right now, you're not broken. You're in the middle of something sacred, the story of you. And once you recognize where you are, whether it's school, prison, game, or mirror, the real power comes in what you do with that awareness. You're no longer reacting blindly. You're choosing with clarity. If you're in school, lean in and study your soul. If you're in the prison phase, start plotting your liberation. If it's a game, learn the rules and play to win. And if you're at the mirror stage, stop looking outside and start sculpting within. Recognition is initiation. What comes next is intention. And that's where your reality starts bending. And once you know where you are, you can move forward with clarity. Not just to survive it, but to master it. Growth.